Here we go. This is the first official race of the evening. So keep that in mind. We are locked in first place. We got our boy Dax. That is no surprise. Whoa! Trying to go for a crazy shortcut there. Ended up being his downfall with a massive tumble down under. Love this map. Lots of opportunity for some brilliant plays. Not as many crazy shortcuts, but there's a lot more open space, and there's 6 laps, so a whole lot can go down. Raining going to be rocking in that first place for now. Very solid 100x right now. Second and fourth place, doing the best out of all the teams, but it is only lap number 3. So, very interesting to see that. Right off the rip, we saw that hype unit was dominating the warm-ups. Keep in mind, it's exactly that, and it looks like some boys are more warmed up than others. Whoa, freaking Ducky there with a nasty 80-degree turn there, and the hop right through does not fail. Love to see that. Very incredible shortcut there, going right over there where others have failed. He is victorious. These are incredibly tight turns. Had a 14-second lap previously. Very impressive stuff. Just look at him like clockwork. Dax be ramming King, but then Ducky gonna get a little overzealous there, overboost it, and does get taken down. But they are working on their final lap already with some very incredible lap placements here. And that first place is definitely quite juicy. Osiris had some decent rounds as well, but massive performance there from Ducky. That is our first place. Pepsin looking to finish off in second there for the 100x crew. Can they do it? They get two solid finishes. They'll be looking very solid. But keep in mind, every single heat, you get more and more points. So even if you have a bad first heat, you can always make it up, which is why this game is so spicy, so energetic, because you never know what's going to happen. You got to stay on your toes, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go as people are running around the map there trying to get themselves into these ascension zones without getting taken down. Very scary business. Some people waiting. Oh, looks like we have a little fight here. Popping up and down. It's like a game of whack-a-mole. He's got to peek him. Can he pop up and make it here? A few seconds remaining. He hops in and he survives. A beautiful play at the end there. With our first heat underway, Sir Ducky in first, Pat the Goat in second, Osiris third, USDM in fourth, and Dom going to be in that 5th place, and everyone else rounding it out there. Very unfortunate for the 100x. They had a very strong start, but they could not keep it together long enough. Like I said, though, there's some very competitive racers here. You got to be incredibly careful with how it goes down, my friends, because you will get eliminated lickety split. You try to shoot someone, you could crash. You try to do nothing, you could crash. You try to move, someone could shoot you. Just non-stop pain and suffering if you are not playing at the exact perfect tempo and you have your head on a swivel. And here we go. Off to the races already, baby. We are on this chase cam, going to be following out. We got Doom in first place. Sir Ducky, though, going to be easily taking that. And he's going for this dirty little shortcut, man. I tell you what, that is so cheeky. Osiris did it right off the rip on the first round, but he did end up paying for it. So now he's a little bit more jaded, it would seem, going around for that. Let's see here. Wrench going to be taking that first place. Wow, snuck right in there. But as soon as I say that, he goes down to third. Osiris now trying to get his act together. He needs to get these laps tighter and tighter. There is so much space that you can get rid of on this map. It is truly incredible. You can do some crazy turns. You also have that shortcut over the mountain, which is very, very risky because if you hit anything, there's like a 90% chance you will be crashing there. And if you look at this right now, we got Hype and USDM going to be fighting for the top 4 spots there. 100x working their way up there, but Gizio in their way as well. And Sir Ducky going to be going all the way from first down to 6th place. Like I said, man, anything can happen. In the blink of an eye, you close your eyes and you will miss something. You got to tape them open with Scotch tape. Otherwise, you'll be very confused as to what's happening because your favorite guy will go from first to last in literally half a second. Here we have it, man. Lap number 6 going to be coming up here, and this is heat number 2. So people will be able to get that money and make upgrades to their ships in between to change up their strategy possibly. And that final heat is worth way more points as well. So we got that first place, second place. Whoa, that shortcut was crazy. Pepsin might be able to squeeze something out here that's absolutely juicy. Wrench working his way in third place here. Can he cross the line? Yes, he can. Dax here going to be coming in a little bit later, but the Ascension zones have officially fallen. Big shots coming out here. Can he hit it? He's trying to take down Raiden Derp. and he is forced to move around. Raiden can stay in the fight, but for how long? King Snoocher has the sniper. Marcelo as well. You got to keep on moving. 7 seconds till Ascension. Somebody could get eliminated. Raiden going to be going in. Can he take out Dax here? Getting a kill, and the hype is huge. Beautiful. 9th place, but he does grief the enemy to help him get a little bit more points on the board. And Pepsi with a 4th place finish coming out absolutely massive for the team. And now we are working our way into heat number 3. Like I said, my friends, it is very, very important that you do not choke on heat number 3 because you get triple the points compared to the first heat. So it is do or die right now. A beautiful last-minute snipe coming out from Raiden there. Gut shot. I agree. Absolutely glorious situation for the kid there just to get that little bit of griefing. So now if they lose by a couple of points, we know that it all came down to that one shot. But keep in mind, we still got a lot of races left, a lot of heats as well. And there was no telling who's going to come out on top here. Off to the races we go. Marcelo crash, Wrench crash, Dax as well. Friend also, Osiris taking out Renaka. My goodness, half the lobby dies in the first 10 seconds. Wild Raiden blasts on over the shortcut and just steamrolls Pat there. Like a defensive end, crushing a tiny quarterback. Feels painful, but it is part of the game, and karma is very real. 1 second you're crushing people, the next you're getting crushed. If you look at the board here, Osiris in first, Doom in second, Pat in third, Dax fighting his way as well. Hype! 2 players on the podium right now, which would be absolutely massive in this final heat because the points are worth so much more. So Hype looking a very promising pot in this first race. But remember, gotta add up all the races, gotta add up all the heats before we make a final decision there. So it's still anybody's game here. We are heading into lap number 5 for Doom. Does he opt in for the shortcut, or is he going to boost the long way? Looks like he's going to be going all the way around, not opting in for the shortcut. And will anyone else do it? No. So you don't have to take the shortcut. If you can just stay alive the entire time, that 1 to 2 extra seconds on the shortcut is not everything. Ooh, that was a very precarious position there. Almost boosted into the rock, but showed some very serious trigger discipline. Some nice control to stay alive. Oh, as I say that, though, brother gets blasted into the wall there. But a lot of people are starting to finish it up here. Most people are on lap number 6 right now. People are overwarped. Let's see what happens with this Ascension Zone. Sir Ducky in 5th place trying to find himself a spot to evacuate. King Snooch going to be tragically crashing. Get some shots on a Bergs here. Can he finish him? Shooting all around him, but can't quite get the job done. 9 seconds till Ascension. It all comes down to this moment. Removing the HUD. Can we find it? $ handle in the background. All of our sponsors are around the map, if you notice. Very fun little Easter eggs there. Pat the Goat walking away with 1st place. Osiris 3rd and Wrench. Well, no, Osiris 2nd, Wrench 3rd. But for the first race there, USDM had 44 and 47 points. So it does look like USDM had the most points in this first race. Very impressive stuff with over 100. Is it over 100 points? Yeah, 101. Crazy. But they're, you know, even though they had such a super strong game off the rip, that does not mean it's going to stay that way. You got to maintain that energy. We had a lot of good performances across the board. And remember, some people are just better at certain maps. And you got to make sure you're practicing a lot of different maps so that you know what to expect. If you put all your eggs in one basket, you could end up paying dearly for it. And with that, we are now waiting on the next race, ladies and gentlemen. So just hold on a minute there. Hold on. Hello. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 more races, which means 6 more heats. We saw a very dominant performance from Hype in USDM across the board. But GZO, King, Friend, and 100X with Peng also are still within striking distance. All it takes is a really good heat. And that is very easy to accomplish, especially at the end there. And people also might start physically targeting those in first place, so you got to be super careful. Aurea Mining Depot is up next. I personally suck at this map. There are so many things to run into, and beyond that, there's all these different shortcuts, and people can outplay you. You're getting sniped. You're crashing into poles. It's not a good time. You got to be super, super on your game. If you close your eyes as a racer, you die. You scratch your head, you die. You move to itch something, and you die. You need to stay alive for as long as possible while dodging the shots of a lot of sweaty gamers that have been racing for a very long time. And with that, we are hopping in. The mining depot is loading up. So strap in, hold on to your nipples, and get ready for some serious racing. Ascent Rivals says, that is a majestic beard, Andy. Why, thank you. Yes. Holding on to my nipples. That's exactly what I said to do. You need to keep holding on. All right. Here we go. 10 seconds. Oh, I'm ready. All right, let's see how this Bad Jackson starts. We're going to remove this tab, and here we go. Beep, boop, beep. And we are off. Surprisingly, no one died, really, besides Wrench there. Typically, it's an absolute bloodbath. And then as soon as I say that, Pepsin, what? Ran through one. Well, he ran through 3 people. Pepsin is on a killer streak. My friend is turning into a serial killer on this map here. You got to be super careful right off the rip, though. But Pepsin, just like that, he takes out 3 people, gets first place, boom, all the way back down to 8. It's absolutely brutal. You can climb this leaderboard all day and all night, get shot 1 time, or run into a rock, and you are back to square one. Consistency is key, along with fast reactions to understanding all the mechanics. There's a lot of tight corners. There's fog on the playing field. You got to be super careful with where you're rotating. Also, look at that. Raiden ramming right through King Snooch. Pat going to be taking out Sir Ducky as well. And now Pat, though, despite getting slippity slapped there, he is in first place. USDM in first and second. If they can maintain this lead, it'll be looking very promising moving into the next heats, because they already do have that point advantage, which I think about 101 points already from the first race of the evening. Truly incredible stuff, especially because Hype Unit was dominating during the warm-ups, and now that we're in the actual games, USDM seems to be warmed up themselves. Oh, there we go. Now this is some decent distribution, but still Wrench and Pat going to be fighting in that podium spot right now. Oh, as I say that, brother goes for a tumble in the lava. Loses his legs just like Anakin. Rest in peace, my friend. Gonna need some replacements on the field there. Raiden gonna be taking out King Snooch there. Dax gonna crash, same with Ray. And now Pat back in first place. Ooh, he's maintaining this, staying very consistent there. 56 seconds on the last lap. 55 there, 54. Can Pat keep getting faster and faster and faster? Wrench also looking to do some sub-minute timing there, but gonna get obliterated by Doom right at the end. Ow, that's gotta hurt. Taking a bullet right up your exhaust pipe, if you know what I mean. Ouchie. But yeah, Pat the Goat has some very consistent timing here. Looking to set another record. 56 seconds, then 54. Do I hear a 52? Can he keep the 2-second pattern alive? Behind him is Osiris. But if you look on the map, I don't think he has a line of sight. So long as Pat does not absolutely goober this into a rock, he should be able to walk away with that W. But never count Osiris out. You never want to underestimate anyone from the Hype Unit, because they know how to come back and get the job done. Oh, Osiris with a 360 shot onto Doom. Or should I say 180, turns around, snipes him. And it looks like Pat the Goat is going to be finishing in first place. Incredible stuff. Osiris claims second. Pepsin for 100x needs to get on this podium to keep his team in the fight. And that is looking very peculiar. And he, oh no! Dax gonna be shooting him from downtown, 2 pixels away from the finish line. Absolutely devastating. Pour one out for Pepsin. Gets sniped a millisecond before he tasted victory. Very, very sad. A very unfortunate. Dax straight up with the bully play. 100% gut shot, but it's part of the game. You got to move faster than the enemies. Interestingly enough, Osiris had the fastest lap of the entire time, but Pat was the most consistent and had almost like 8 seconds faster in total race time, which is a lot in this game. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, heat number 2 is worth double points. Heat number 3 is worth triple points. So even if you got last place in the first heat, you can still come back and win the overall race. Ooh, we are off 2 again. Here we go. When do people start dying? Pepsin gonna be sniping Raiden Derp there. Sir Ducky gonna be gaining that lead, and friend crashes Ren and Bergs. Lots of people dropping like flies. But it looks like Ducky and Pat gonna be changing the first and second yet again. A tale as old as time in terms of today's tournament. Ducky moves like water flows. I would agree, but he just smashed himself into a rock there twice. Oh no! Real gut shot complimenting Ducky into the double crash back and forth. You hate to see it, but somehow he's still in first place. So he's definitely rolling with the punches. Runs into 2 solid rocks, but is able to respawn very quickly there. Oh, another one! Man, is it dangerous on this course. I tell you what, there are so many obstacles. It can change in the blink of an eye. Yes, the commentary curse is sometimes real. As soon as I compliment someone, they get clapped. But here we have Pepsin. I believe in you, soldier. You are in 3rd place. Make that 4th. Can you maintain it? But he has to fight Osiris, Ducky, and Pat. My goodness, what a terrifying lineup to be against in the top 3. These guys were born to race. They were born with a controller in their hand. They came out of the womb, and the doctor was concerned that they had an Xbox controller inside all along, just gaming away, preparing themselves for Ascent rivals decades in the making. And here they are. Absolutely, dying into a wall. That is exactly what's happening. Oh, man. Just back, 4th, and center, man. Goodness gracious. As soon as you get the lead, everyone on the grandma wants to take you down, rip you down from that pedestal, so you got to be super careful. If you don't have at least a couple second lead, being in first place is not always advantageous. It can be better to be in that 2nd or 3rd place and wait to shoot the enemy right before they cross the finish line. Osiris is, in fact, snowballing, and just like that, he does get the first place. What an incredible finish there, as everyone is now fighting to get that ascension going. Pepsin going to be in that 4th place as well. I think he was able to finish that. Possibly not too bad there. The ascension zones are coming out. It's getting a little bit crazy there. Is Snooze going to be able to make it in? He drops all the way down, trying to find an angle here. Can he stay alive? He's being a very sneaky rabbit here, but Berg says, hello to my machine gun. And he tries to blow him off the edge there, and the next heat is officially starting. All right, 100X gets a total of 20 points. USD going to be around 26. Hype unit at 24. So although Osiris did get the win there, there are still other teams that do have more points than them because they placed a little bit better on average. And now we're hopping into heat number 3, which means triple points, triple trouble, and a lot of people feel the pressure now. I would not be surprised if everyone goes all out right here because it's all on the line and they need to secure this or they will be absolutely cookingtoned. And yes, that is a word. It is my word, and it is beautiful. Here we go. Dax up with the first place, and the Osiris as well, but USDM going to be trading back and forth. They did not actually kill each other, which is very surprising. Taking alternate boosts there. I am curious to see who upgraded what in between these heats, because as you get those arc points, you are able to upgrade your ships in between these heats to get a slight advantages during the race. So now these ships should be the best they've been all day, and it's playing for the most points all day. Pat going to be in that first place. Osiris in that second. Hits that obelisk as well, but as I say, that Sir Ducky going to be passing him. Caught him with his pants down, but that does give him that 20% overcharge, and he flies right past. Moving into lap number 2. Raiden on this backline, trying to work his way up here. Goes from 4th to 5th, trying to snipe some people. And there are still way more people in that backline as well fighting for it. But it seems the same 4 people have been fighting for the lead this entire time. Always constantly back and forth between Pat, Osiris, and Ducky. Just trading first, second, third, first, second, third. And then it's a magical game of hot potato, and it depends on who gets first last. Oh, that's a painful crash. But despite that, Pat's still going to be in a massive lead. 35 seconds lap 1, 39 lap 2. And if you compare these people in the top 4, The most consistent laps is between Sir Ducky and Pat, and as you see, they are neck and neck. You can literally lick his exhaust pipe or spit on him, and they both crash into each other, and they're still right there, neck and neck. Hilarious stuff, though. Pat with a dirty slice takes out Mr. Gigi Penguini. Very unfortunate for the kid. Got put right in front of a freight train of racing magic and gets obliterated. And now Sir Ducky gonna be going past in that first place. Pat in second. Doom working his way into third there as well. 100X trying to fight their way up there. Osiris, though, might be able to hit this fourth place. Takes out another one. Doom just rams right through the Penguin. Osiris takes fourth. Raiden fighting for it. Oh, he can't not finish there. He's gonna have to go for one of these Ascension rings, which is always very tricky, especially on this map. There's so many places to crash, but somehow Raiden finds it. W. Raiden. Able to maneuver himself in the right position. But Burge is here. Oh, he's firing. He's shooting a rock, though. Raiden, don't move or you're going to die. Looks like he is hitting some obstacles, and Raiden is just able to live all the way through that. God bless the hitboxes. All right, so we got our boys King going to be scoring about 60 points there. Osiris's team about 76. USDM doing well also. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we still have another race, so do not go anywhere. Beyond that, we also must talk about our sponsors. So bear with me real quick. We're going to take a minute break here to just talk about the lovely people who put all this on for us. And with that, let's hop on over to all these fantastic projects and tech companies. We appreciate everyone for helping sponsor this event, because without our sponsors, this would not be nearly as easy or possible. First off, we would like to thank Levy for the sponsor. Lend your ADA and instantly secure ADA loans with your NFTs and tokens. Powered by Angels, maximize liquidity, earnings, lending, and borrowing tokens or NFTs. Beyond that, we also have Bone Pool. Bone Pool was a long-standing Cardano stake pool focused on decentralization, community rewards, and, of course, education. They built a treasury of NFTs, tokens, and ADA to reward loyal delegators based on time staked. Then we have Anastasia Labs, a software consultancy specializing in developing mission-critical blockchain applications on the Cardano ecosystem, building the future on Cardano one block at a time. Then, of course, thank you to Drip Drops here for providing token dispensing services to the Cardano community, an intuitive platform that offers projects a comprehensive selection of distribution parameters. We also have Crypto Chips. Create merch for crypto enthusiasts, shop high quality, innovative crypto collectibles and gifts. Browse Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin merch, and much more. And then, of course, Cardano, our lovely blockchain here. It's a blockchain platform for change makers, innovators, and visionators, with the tools and technology requires to create possibilities for the many as well as the few and bring about positive global change. Honeycomb is a UTXO-based asset visualizer, helping users better understand blockchain and distribution and always trade safe and informed. And then, of course, for our title sponsor, $88 handle, baby. ADA handle. Tired of copying and pasting long cryptographic addresses and triple checking them before making a transaction? It's actually a pain. Then you have to check out ADA handle. It's the simplest way to send and receive ADA and Bitcoin, whether on Cardano or now on Bitcoin. $handle is all you need to simplify your entire blockchain experience. Head on over to handle.me to mint a handle today. It makes life so much easier, and you don't have to worry about memorizing all those numbers because, of course, it's a handle. And beyond that, they also have all this lovely merch. You got shorts, you got mugs, you got tank tops. You want to flex your thighs, you want to flex your muscles. We got it all. So a big shout out to all the sponsors for today's event. I am ready to hop back in here in a few moments as we wait. And we're going to have to wait and see what team is going to be walking away with that glorious prize pool. Looks like Hype Unit, the Kingdom, 100X, and USDM definitely have the edge here. But I would not count out Friend, Death Penguins, Old School, or Genzio just yet. Because remember, you really can rack up those points with a couple first places, especially in those third heats. So that, ladies and gentlemen, just kick back, relax. We'll be starting our next race very, very soon. So let's just lock in and wait for the race. Ooh-wee. We are loading up right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are on race number 3, and then we will have race number 4. So we got 6 heats in total. And remember, every single heat, the points will double and then triple. So winning those second and third heats are incredibly valuable. You also get to upgrade your ships as you go for your racers. Now, we are starting in about 5 seconds, so strap in. This race is incredibly important in determining who's walking away with that prize right now. Woohoo! We are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Doom taking an early lead, instantly gets obliterated. Pat is up there as well with Osiris. Rainaka! Hey, a little Rainaka action. Gonna be in that third place, make that second. Oh no! Gets sideswiped by Doom. He was doomed to get sideswiped, I suppose. Very painful. Ooh, but Light Friend here as well. We see some players that were previously lower on the podium making their move right now, being seen, being heard. And can they maintain these leads and start knocking down these people at the front? You really got to make sure you're targeting these players that have the most points, because if you just eliminate them a few times, it could be a total change to the outcome based on how you handle yourself. So far, it's been a very close race. No one taking a massive lead just yet. Osiris is in first place, but people are hot on his tail right behind him. You never know when there could be a nice little shot or a boost here. Dax looking for it, but it looks like keep in mind, he is on the same team. Previously, they did run into each other, which was pretty funny, but Hype right now in first and second place respectively. And this is the same map that they were warming up on previously, and they did a fantastic job. So I think both players are incredibly confident on this map, as we see a couple people get eliminated right there. And we got Osiris still maintaining that first. Birds, though, might be able to dethrone one of them. Like, getting a first and second place in the first heat is very impressive, but not nearly as devastating in heat number 2 or 3 because of that point multiplier. But regardless, getting a first and second is literally a perfect run for a team. So you got to make sure you start taking them out. Otherwise, they'll be getting way too many points there. And they're already on lap number 4 here. Oh, what a blunder. Oh, what a painful crash there. Giving Bergs a little bit of an opportunity to possibly pass Dax or take him down. Osiris still cutting up the course like butter, doing a fantastic job. But don't count out USDM either, because they are in 4th and 5th respectively. And that can still get a lot done. Then we have 100X, Friend, and Pang, along with some King friends, going to be working their way up slowly also. King Snooch, a veteran in the game, but can he stay alive long enough to get some good serious placement points? Osiris shooting the obelisk right at the end there to secure that victory. Wants to get as many charges as possible rocking, no matter what. And it does look like both of the Hype crew are going to be able to finish in that first and second. And now you need to find your way to an Ascension zone, or you could get cooked. We got Pat over here. Going to be working his way over there, waiting. We got Raiden going to be trying over here with Ducky here. Got to be super careful. There's a lot of enemies here. 7 seconds till the Ascension happens. They're not even trying to shoot each other, really. They just got a boost in there. Can Raiden make it? He does! In the last few moments. Sir Ducky as well. Fantastic job. Just barely holding on. Gets at least 2 points there. But Hype with a very strong lead, followed up by GZO, and then USDM, King, 100X, Friends, and Pangu in last, sadly. But Rainaka had a very good start, so I won't count them out just yet. They did a fantastic job initially. Now they just got to maintain that consistency throughout the rest of these heats if they want to be someone to deal with. All right, here we have it in 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're hydrating, because it's got to get hot. All right, and we are off. Some nice maneuvers there over to the outside. It's very you got to be very careful because if you get first place, that's cool and all. But then you got about 9 people behind you with guns gunning for you, literally and physically, trying to take you out. So getting that first place lead is awesome, but then you got to maintain it, and you got a lot of people looking at your backside, ready to shoot your exhaust out. Pat in that first place here, but Doom able to pass him right as I say that. They're going back and forth. Only a few pixels between them, and they are definitely fighting for this place. Nice kill from Pat. But then he gets taken out as well, and Wrench is able to secure that first place. But Sir Ducky, whoa! Beautiful strafe coming out from Sir Ducky. Gets taken out by Wrench, but then Wrench quickly crashes right after the fact. Very, very interesting how both players did their absolute hardest there to stay alive, but ended up just barely blundering that. And now the leaderboard is getting shook up again. USDM looking a lot like hype from last round. Can they keep this lead, though, as they run right into a wall? Honestly, they got a pretty solid lead, at least in that first place position, but Sir Ducky hot on their tail. Oh, and he crashes. Very tricky. Strafing between all these rocks and obstacles there. There's a lot of room for error. Well, actually, there's almost no room for error. There are a lot of errors that can be made. That is a better way of putting it. On another crash as lap 4 begins. This is heat number 2, so double points. They still have another heat to prove their worth and show how much salt they have. But right now, it's looking pretty similar to the previous matches. Osiris doing pretty solid. Dax going to be slowing down a little bit there. Pepsin maintaining that 6th place. Gizio as well. But USDM, this is definitely their heat here. They are dominating like crazy. Yeah, USDM for sure was definitely chilling for a large variety of that. Did an excellent job. Some of the most consistent racers on the field. You can be the fastest racer, but you have to be the fastest racer and the most consistent if you want to walk away on top. A nice shot there from Osiris. Going to be griefing Raiden. R.I.P. the homie. Gets blasted, but Osiris takes himself out as well. And a hilarious turn of events there. We only got Marcelo, King, and Bergs here with light. And will they all be able to make it out there? King Snoop's going to be rushing in 1 second remaining. Wow, perfectly timed. He does ascend himself further. Wow, and with that, he actually got 8 points. Incredible. Honestly, getting 8 points like that feels real good. 100x Peng, though, did not quite work out for them. And Hype as well. Despite getting 1st and 2nd, gets 0 points there. That is absolutely crazy. That's what I'm saying. You got to be super consistent because they played a great job, but they died right at the end, thus meaning they were not able to ascend and got 0 points. Double goose egg. Not a good feeling. Here we have it, though. This is for the marbles right now. This is the 3rd race. We got one more race after this, but this is the final heat of the 3rd race before we go to another map there. So this is still very, very important. You got as many points as humanly possible. And it looks like we got King, USDM, and GZ all going to be duking it out for that podium right now. But this is very, very early. Oh, Ducky going to be dying right after the boost there. You hate to see it. And now Pat and Doom going to be passing, but he is able to boost right past. But how long can he maintain this? They are so close to him. You got to be super careful. Going to be boosting. No idea how he survived. And then he ended up crashing right afterward. It's incredible how quickly things change. Every couple of seconds, you got to keep your head on a swivel or you will get left behind. Splatter kill. Doom going to be taking out Pat there. A very, very decisive kill there because this is now lap number 2. 2 more laps to go on this, and he is maintaining that 1st place. You got Sir Ducky, Pat, and Wrench all going to be fighting as well. Now with Bergs raking his way up the leaderboard. Over towards the backside, we got Pepsin. Going to be taking some shots on Osiris. Can he take him down? That is the question. Maybe. He might be able to. Can't quite connect, and King Snooch is hot on his tail there. Going back on over to the auto cam here. Wrench going to be trying to get around this corner in that 5th place. Can he secure something? Pat still in 1st as he finishes lap number 3. Another sub 30. Very solid lap across the board. If you can get 4 sub 30s, you're looking pretty nice to take a podium spot. This is incredibly close. Every couple of seconds, someone else is taking the podium, and there's a lot of teams duking it out back and forth. but only one of them can get first place right now, and it's looking like it's going to be Pat, so long as he does not crash right here at the end. And he is able to finish it. A beautiful play from Pat there, gets that first place. Doom looking to secure that second as well, which he should be able to do. Raiden, sadly, fell all the way down to 12th place and is only on his third lap there. Snooch coming up to the 7th as all these ascensions are about to be popping off here. 17 seconds to make it. Snooch spots. Marcelo takes his sweet time, lines up the shot, and puts him down. Lines up on Pepsin as well. Can he take him? It's a little bit tricky here. He has 5 seconds to get in there. Pepsin going to be getting that shot to take him out. 1 second remaining. Can they make it? Oh, and they take it out. USDM, King, GZ, they're all working their way out. Hype still looking pretty good there. They had a much better performance that round as well. And now things are getting going. That was race number 3, ladies and gentlemen. The best lap was actually done by Sir Ducky there, but he was not able to get enough consistent finishes and loses that first place by 1 second. A lot of people here, though, putting up points on the board. It'd be very curious to see what type of tally we have moving into the next match. We should have one more race, ladies and gentlemen, before we crown our victor, so don't go anywhere. So right now, we are going to be starting here in about 3 seconds. And this is the final race. This is for all the marbles. It does seem like we do have some favorites, though. We know that Hype's done really good. USDM has also. But then King and GZIO are also doing really good as well. And then the wild cards are going to be people like 100X, Friend, and Pang. But it does seem like we got a pretty close race across those 4 teams at the top there. It's hard to say who's going to be able to walk away with this victory. Every single heat is so important right now, especially the third and final one. And we're going to be hopping in right now. All right, we are off, ladies and gentlemen, on the canyon. We got 6 laps here. The map is relatively easy in terms of the loop. There's not a whole lot of shortcuts, but in 6 laps, a whole lot can go wrong incredibly quickly. So you got to be careful. The Cardano clash here never ever disappoints. There's always high octane action regardless of who's racing. We got some of the best racers in the world here right now duking it out. Pepsin, though, looking very nice in the 2nd place. Might be gunning for the 1st. We'll have to wait and see if he practices enough. Trying to go back and forth with USDM right now. Wrench in that 1st place does get taken down. Bergs takes that 1st place, but Pepsin right behind him gets him out as well. He is in 1st place, but now Pat, one of the most locked-in players we've seen all day, taking that 1st place yet again. 100X, if they had a perfect race here, there's a world in which they could finish in that podium. But they really got to lock in and make sure that they grief the other teams if they want to do this. Raiden falling all the way down to 13th. Pepsin in 2nd right now. Not the best placement. And now Osiris takes that 2nd place alongside Pat. And they are duking it out. USDM and Hype trying to get stuff done here. We are already on lap number 5. These laps are only about 20 seconds a pop. So things are going incredibly quickly. You got to be super careful or you will be sent to the bottom of the leaderboard incredibly quickly. Ooh, nice shot there coming out from Pat there. A nice little quick scope. Takes out 1. Can he take out some more, though? That is the question. He is going to be in that 2nd place, but he still has to overtake Osiris. Dax is right behind him as well. So even if Pat gets 1st place, if Wrench stays down towards that bottom there, Hype's going to get more points in general with that 1st and 2nd. 1st and 3rd, pardon me. I think that's what they're actually able to walk away with. And yes, that is the case. Now I got the Ascension coming out there. Pepsin in 5th. He needs to make sure he gets this and secures it for his team. He cannot afford to die here if he wants to maintain in this game. Light going to be running in as well. Raiden trying to shoot out Ducky. Can he do it? That's a great kill. Great kill assist from Pepsin there. Takes out Ducky. 100X needs as many points as they possibly can muster there. Light going to be flying in. Gets shot a good amount, but is still able to ascend. Holds on to another day. 11 points for 100X. 18 for Hype. USDM around 11 as well. So still pretty tight moving into heat number 2. Yeah, Raiden is a hardcore PvP player. Very good at FPS and third-person shooter games. But maybe he needs to race just a little bit more and shoot a little bit less. We'll see how it goes, though. He's been doing pretty good overall, but still a tall task with how many points USDM and Hype have already racked up. It's going to be a tricky one. We're not going to know what happens until this next heat. Oh, Cyrus did the strafe boost, try to get some cheeky kills right off the rip. Did not quite connect, but doesn't matter because Daxify in first. Take that back. He instantly crashes as soon as we start watching him. The caster curse is incredibly real with this game with how quickly things change. It's incredible what you could do if you have like medium lap times, not the fastest, but you just simply never crash. Consistency is key. Obviously, you want to keep going faster and faster, but man, dying once or twice back to back can send you from first to last in the blink of an eye. USDM, though, in first and second. Make that... Nope, never mind. Pepsin. I think Pepsin's definitely warmed up now. Seems to really be liking this map. Been doing a great job across the board. Great boost there. Does not even turning. Just opting in for the strafing. It is very funny to see all the different racing styles. You can opt in for way more strafes or more precision turning. It really just depends. Then some people love to boost every 20 seconds, like as much as humanly possible, where others try to opt in for more tactical boosts where they can take out enemies. Oh, shoots at Osiris, doesn't get him, but scares him enough into the crash there. Light almost getting lapped here by Pepsin. Looks like he actually does. But in the commotion, Pat is still able to maintain that first place. As I say that, he crashes, though. Pepsin getting dangerously close to him. Might be able to pass Ducky as well. Some serious lapping going on this map, despite having around 6 laps here. These first place players are getting a whole lot of distance across the board, passing 6th place almost. Incredible stuff. Now just boosting into the wall. Once you're going this fast and you get this much of a lead, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself. But Pepsin still in second. If Raiden can take out a couple more people and get a decent finish, 100X could do a big jump there. But as I see that Hype diving in, Dax and Osiris going to be getting a great placement overall. Pepsin in that 4th place also. And now the shots are coming out there. Ducky connects a little bit here. Raiden, Doom, all the above. Sir Ducky shooting everyone. Raiden goes down. Very bad news for 100X there. You hate to see it. They need as many points as possible. With that, they are going to grief them. But how many will be able to take this Ascension right now? That is the question. Big shots coming out from Ducky. Does he die, though? 1 second left. Can he ascend? He is. Lots of Ascensions. They are able to lock it in right at the end there before people not getting any points. Very unfortunate. Pat with the first place has now 20 points. Daxify 18, Osiris 16. So it looks like Hype does get the most points in heat number 2. So they're still cooking. And now we are in the final heat. This is for all the marbles. You need to get as many points as humanly possible before everything is all over if they want to walk away with some juicy prizes. Here we go. All right, everyone just boosting in there. Nothing too crazy off the rip. Pat does die instantly, which is looking very good for Hype, but so does Osiris. Wow. These boys are boosting like absolute madmen despite not having a whole lot of runway, and it's definitely backfiring a little bit, but do they care enough? Sir Ducky in this first place, going to be passing King Snooch there. I wonder if King Snooch is actually going in to grief some people. It looks like he was standing back trying to shoot people to help his teammate maintain a much better lead. Winner takes all. It could be very true here. If you can get that 30 point, first and second here would be absolutely incredible. Being able to squeeze out almost like 80 points from one single heat would be absolutely fire. Don't go anywhere once this race is over, because then we still got to take a couple minutes to tally up all the scores and announce the winner before this event officially finishes. Cyrus and Dax in first and second, happy as a clam, living their best life. Raiden in that 13th place, trying to grief as many people as possible, just trying to get his boy Pepsin as far as he can. We are now on lap number 4, and a lot of players are knocking at the door. The question is, who will be able to walk away with the high score? Oh, I'm Dr. Seuss. It's official. Nice little boost there coming out. Osiris in first, but Pepsin going to be skipping right past him. He needs his first place so they can finish up on this podium. to secure a spot in the final tournament. Oh, no! Who put that rock there? He ran right in front of it. The rock moved. You saw it. And wow, Pepsin from first all the way to 6th place. You hate to see it. So much carnage on the course, but Hype still maintaining those podium spots as much as humanly possible. Wrench in that 2nd place as well. What is happening? They are able to ascend there. Osiris in 1st. Wrench 2nd. Ducky 3rd. Dax in 4th. They're still walking away with some serious points there. Let's see how many people will die before this ascension comes true. King Snoot's just going to be sniping this entire time, trying to farm as many kills as humanly possible. He's charging up, looking for something here. 7 seconds for ascension. Is he even going to boost in there? Looks like he's not. He's just going to be trying to snipe anyone he can to grief at this point, because he knows those few points will not do enough for him. Yeah, dude, Pepsi went from 1st all the way down to 6th. But Dax and Osiris, 56 and 47. Some serious points coming out from the Hype unit. Incredible. What an insane amount of races. We don't know who won just yet. My guess is between USDM and Hype, just based off the consistency in their placement. But we are going to have to wait and see. We got the calculators ready to go, punching in the numbers. We got a whole team of people making sure we get this score to you guys as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, if you want to just wait and see what happens here, we go ahead and take a look at the previous leaderboard. So going into this race, USDM was in 1st place and Hype unit was in 2nd. So, based on the outcome of this race, we could see the top 2 changing. 100X also was in 3rd place, so although they did not have the absolute best performance, they still could have a good chunk of points overall. Kingdom did very good as well. And Genzio, Doom, and Bergs were cooking quite a bit also. So I'm very curious to see how this leaderboard is going to switch up and if it's going to end up on his head or not, and see like what is going to happen. Because literally anything could. And that's what the prize is yet again. For this weekly prize, we got that 1st place 180, 2nd place 333, and 3rd place 11. And then the final tournament is going to have that $900 prize pool. So these boys have been cooking a little bit, getting their prizes up as they go on. But of course, you want to make sure that you do a great job in this event. You have enough total points to move on to that final tournament. For all the marbles, much bigger prize pool. The stakes will be quite high as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll have those results to you guys very, very soon. And I'm going to pop this over here on the Races Starting Soon page as we wait and see what the final scores are. Yes, indeed, GG's, gamers. Wrench, Osiris, world's best player, Gutshot, GG's, everyone. I hope everyone had a great time with this tournament. We are still waiting on the results, but it was a high-octane event from start to finish. My gut's telling me that Hype may have squeezed out the victory right at the end of those final points, but we still don't know for certain who is going to be walking away with the W here. Because remember, they had a very good performance from Hype across the board, very consistent, but USDM was right there with them, battling neck and neck. Also, the Kingdom had some very solid games as well. 100X did pretty good towards the backside, and they do have a lot of points moving into this. So if I had to guess, I think USDM, Hype, Kingdom, and 100X will be top 4 in total. But then, of course, Genzio had a lot of good points as well. Old School didn't seem to really be racing much here. I don't think I saw a lot of their players. And then Death Penguins and Friend, I think they were down a player for part of that as well. And the leaderboard varied across the entire time. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, USDM was like really, really consistent. That final game from Hype was definitely incredibly important. Getting that 3rd heat with such high placement. But we'll have to wait and see. That's one thing I've noticed is like consistency is like 99% of this game. you can have like the fastest lap of the entire night, but if you're not consistent the entire time, you just can't string together those points. Also, going from heat 1 to heat 2 to heat 3, with those points doubling and tripling, there's a lot of chances for you to go from last place to first and have some serious upsets. Oh boy. Pause the music. Pause the music. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the official scores right now. USDM in first place for the day with 368 points. Sheesh. Followed up by Hype with 280, Gen Z with 207, Kingdom with 187, 100X with 131, Friend with 75, and Peng with 72. So that is the wrap up after 4 crazy races, around 12 different heats, non-stop action, crashes, gunfire, explosions, you name it. That is what it is. And if you look at that and compare it to the actual overall leaderboard, it's actually quite consistent. Because USDM was first place going into this, and they got first in this one. Hype was in second, and they got second in this one. And then Gen Z and King were third and fourth, which are pretty close up there. And 100X was right there with them, only a few points off. So the general leaderboard of total points will stay relatively the same. A few people switching spots. But all in all, fantastic racing. GG's, everyone. That is going to be it from me. Another big thank you to all of our sponsors. We already did read all of them, but big thank you to the ADA Handle, our title sponsor, Levy, Bone Pool, Anastasia Labs, Drip Drops, Crypto Chips, Cardano, Honeycomb, and IKIG Technologies for sponsoring this Cardano Clash Season 2 tournament. My name is Andy Slaps. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, etc. And have yourselves an amazing day. Hopefully, there'll be some nice highlights coming your way very, very soon. But with that, big congratulations again to USDM for first place, Hype for second, Gen Z third, King fourth, 100X fifth, Friends in the back, and then Peng as well. Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful day.